We back in this thing, man. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Back with a brand new video for y'all. Before I jump into it though, if I give y'all any type of game, you feel me, subscribe, hit that like button. It's free, it's easy. And then also check out my other channel, Wolf and Pooch. Alright? But today guys, we talking about why when you dealing with a woman, your personality goes a long way, right? You see, a lot of times, us as guys, we like to show a woman our money, our cars, our houses, our bodies or whatever. All these kind of material things that in the long run don't really mean much, right? Like, don't get it twisted. It's nice to have good cars, a nice house, this and that. But in terms of keeping a woman, in terms of finding a woman who wants to be invested in you, these things don't really mean nothing. Because you could show a woman your house, your cars, and all this other stuff, how much money you got, and you're going to attract the wrong type of woman, right? Then you're going to be pissed off. You're going to feel used. So we want to avoid all that. So instead of leading with the material things, lead with your personality, man. Show a woman something that she can't find in another guy. See, that's the key. You have to stand out because everything is competition, right? Whether you realize you're competing with the next man or not, you always are, especially with women, because women get options like this, right? They got Billy, Timmy, Ricky, Bobby, everybody on their line, okay? So what is it about you that stands out, right? And so that's why you have to show her your personality, show her the intangibles, your sense of humor, intelligence, shit like that. You gotta focus on your strengths, right? And I ain't talking about material stuff. I'm talking about the intangibles, the stuff that no other man can take away from you. You feel me? Because a woman could easily find another man that has a big house, a lot of money, a fast car, a six-pack. They're everywhere. A woman could easily get that. They all in their inbox right now. But you have to show her something that she can't find from the next man, right? It may be your sense of humor. Maybe you just like charming, Maybe you have like the mindset that she hasn't seen before, right? It has to be those things on the inside that override the things on the outside, because that's what's going to keep a woman around, right? That's what's going to keep a woman invested. When you show them something different, don't be like every other guy. A lot of times when guys don't have personality, that's when they tend to lean on the money, the cars, this, that, and the third. But here's the thing. You could be literally like, I'm not going to say broke, but you don't have to have the most money as a man. But if you got the personality, that will make you rich in itself, right? That brings a different type of riches, right? Because I'm telling you, it's all about energy these days. See, you could be handsome, you could have the looks and everything, but if you born, then what? She not having fun. Well, you'll get attention. Girls gonna look at you, but they're not gonna stick around, right? It reminds me of how people sleep with people, and then after that little 5-10 minutes is done, you feel me? Y'all just sitting there bored, can't talk about shit, looking at each other, like, well, it's time to go. Thanks for your service. That's all that is at that point. But when you got everything, the total package, where you may look good, or you may have a nice house, but when you bring that personality into it, that's what's going to help you stand out. Because it's only one you. You got to remember that as a man. It's only one you, right? It's only one personality that's just like yours, okay? It may be similar, but it's only one you. And that's what you got to bank on. That's what you got to lean on, right? You got to make a woman realize, like, look, you can up and leave and do this and that, and you could go to the next guy, but he's not going to be like me, right? You're not going to have the fun you have with me. He may could take you on trips and take you to all these places. That's cool. But You know what real fun is? It's when like you guys could just be just chilling, doing nothing, but yet it's still a good time, right? Y'all could be laying down watching TV or whatever, but yeah, y'all still having a great time, joking around, playing with each other, because it's an energy thing. It's your presence. Not everybody has a presence about them, right? You know, some dudes are just invisible and they act invisible, right? But see, when you got that personality, it's hard to ignore. You create a sense of aura about you that's hard to ignore. And that's really all it is. Because, for instance, check out these celebrities, right? These celebrities, yeah, they may have the fame and all this other stuff, but most of them be depressed inside. They be miserable. Some could probably barely talk to a woman in terms of like keeping the conversation going. So they'll use like other shit to distract the woman from the fact that they boring as hell, right? Because that's the last thing you want to be, especially when it comes to women. The last thing you want to be as a man is boring. Don't be boring, right? Because that's when girls get bored, and what? A bored mind is the devil's playground, right? So they gonna go out and find another man that know how to have fun, that know how to have a good time, that don't gotta spend a lot of money just to have fun, right? You could be, the best dates. I'm getting kind of off topic, but the best dates is when you kind of take a woman like hiking or some shit, or like you just go to the park or some shit. Very inexpensive, but the fun that you guys are having on that date, that's what makes it worth it. Eat like more than if you would have took her to some fancy ass restaurant. But like when you had those moments where you able to like be personable and show who you are, like show your strengths, show how funny, intelligent you could be, how witty, how charming. Those be the dates where the women they can't forget about, right? Because they done had the dinner dates, the expensive dinner dates. They done been on the trips, right? They done been that. And then they go to the next person. Not all of them, but most of them. They'll go to the next guy that can provide the same thing. But when and you know that it's only one you, and you know what you bring to the table, and you know your worth, that's when it's hard to let you go as a man. Alright? So never lead with material things. Lead with your intangibles. The shit that nobody could replace. The shit you know she can't get from the next guy. Right? That's what's going to make her invest. That's what's going to keep her around. Alright? So, that's it for this video, man. If you made it this far, I want you to type personality. Let your personality show, man. Because when you able to be you, that's when you shine the brightest. Right? When you just able to be yourself. And not try to be nothing else, not try to do too much, but just show her you. And if that's not enough for her, hey, then she not enough for you. You don't want that anyway. Alright? So yeah, type personality down below, man. All that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. To the next video. You already know what it is. It's lit.